Communication is a neutral thing. Words are neutral. They are simply the tools that we use to communicate. And like any other tool, they can be used for good or its opposite. It depends on how they're used. We know that, for example, with a knife, a surgeon's scalpel is a knife. It can be used for good and generally is used for good. To heal someone's hurt, to operate on them and make them better, make them healthier, make them happier. On the other hand, a knife can be used for the opposite, to stab someone, to deliberately try to injure them, to stab them in the back. Words are like this. The tools of our trade are, as I said, completely neutral. What makes the big difference? Our intent. As speakers, what are our intentions? They can be used for good or, as I said, its opposite, evil. We know that Adolf Hitler and Mussolini were great speakers, but what were their intentions? To divide the world into them and us and them. We're good and they're bad. That's one way of looking at it. Then you've got people like Martin Luther King or Nelson Mandela, who did the opposite, uniting people, bringing them all together, all equal, all as one, all belonging to the human race. It's very important what your intentions are. And this, of course, means, as they say, speaking from the heart. The words that you use, the voice tones that you use, the natural gestures that arise, show the audience what you really are. You can't fool the audience for very long. I think it was Abraham Lincoln who said, you can fool all of the people some of the time, and some of the people all of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all the time. And that's the same of you as a speaker. As you go about your speaking, motivating people, endeavouring to motivate them, it becomes clear to your audience where you are coming from. You are a persuasive power. You can unite the minds and hearts of people one way or the other. To divide, to say there is us and there is them, or to unite. We are all one. What you do is entirely up to you. But remember, the power that you speak, the words that you use, do have an influence. Sometimes it doesn't seem to be happening, but the influence often is long-term, under the surface, doesn't come up for maybe months, perhaps years ahead. But whatever you say, whatever you put out into the world, is affecting the world in some way. As a speaker, as a presenter, as a teacher, this is your and my responsibility. Be very careful with those choice of words. The words themselves, as I said, communication is neutral. Words are neutral, but the words picked and presented show the world what and who you are.